Welcome back, everybody. So I've been doing a little, I guess, cleaning out the area so I can get started on remodeling. You know, when you remodel, you've got to move all the furniture and stuff out. So here I moved everything out into here. I realized I don't have a very large space, so I've kind of got things just crammed in tight, very tight in here. I still got Enderman everywhere. And then this space, you saw I cleared all of this out. So this actually now I have a nice big space. I was surprised I had this much room. I'm so used to it being, you know, low ceiling, because the ceiling was like here. So we used to have such a low ceiling in here. It was kind of very, not cramped, but very tight. And now I've got plenty of elbow room, which I'm going to need because I want to organize everything. And I have been doing a little bit of sampling and testing, growing some trees because I need some wood. But here is, so we're going to do sorter systems. So like this one is for bones. Let me go get some bones. And then down here I have a little clock, which is firing off these auto crafters. So the bones will get into here, convert into bone meal. And then over here, they will convert into bone block. So I should be able to run, everything out of my spawner. Once I kill everybody, I get lots of bones and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like 3 or 4 chests, which will fill completely up. See, this chest here will fill completely up with bones. And then the overflow will go into here. And this will flow into this little crafter system to make bone blocks. That way I'll still have bones if I need them. But then most of the stuff is going to be bone block because, generally what you use your bones for is bone meal. But every once in a while you need an actual bone. So that's where this comes in. So once it gets, we get through here, we just end up with a bunch of bone blocks. And then I think those, this is irritating. None of this dirt. None of this dirt except for that one row is supposed to be here. I've cleared all this out, and then Endermen have brought back all the dirt. Okay, so let me show you the layout for this. So we're going to have to keep this here because this is our shaft that goes down to the collection area. Yeah, I don't think it goes up to anything, does it? No, we just go up here to sit for fun. There are passive hostile mob farms here. That's how we end up with the occasional zombie and creeper. So it gives us just enough gunpowder to keep us going. So I got gunpowder. But anyhow, so I've got this is a shaft, water shaft comes up. So I'm going to run that up and then we're going to go across. And along this wall we'll have our chests. So I'll have some chests full of, well, I think I broke it down into like 5 items. So we're going to have bone, arrows, gunpowder, zombie flesh, and carrots. And then the other stuff we'll get like bows. None of this. This is just extra junk. Extra junk that just ended up in there. Oh, apple. No? Do we get apples? No, I don't think we get an apple either. So just these 5. So what I can do is put a sorter system up here because the roof will be at like this level. So the ceiling will be down. It'll be lower than this, but it's not going to be as low as it used to be, if that makes sense. So it's probably be like here will be the ceiling, which I think is nice. That's a nice, good ceiling. And then we'll have our so we'll have our chests here with the different items. Have sorters up here, so it comes up, runs across all these sorters. And then the last sorter, we'll have one, I guess the arrows can go, I think the bows, I'm going to put the bows over here. So I guess I'll run the arrows over into some chests over here. And I think this is going to go, we'll have like a hallway it goes down here. So we'll have like chests running along this wall. And then chests running along, you know, so this would be like a hallway down here with chests on either side. And then I think I can go up one more. In some places I can go up a couple more, so that may help. Like here I can't, because that is the ground level right there. So I'm really trying to keep it as low as possible, but I think I can raise it up over here, not over there, but over here, to at least run the hopper into the different chests. So the arrows will auto feed into this back wall here. And then everything else, which includes all the armor and all the different bows, because you can't sort any of the armor unless it's like finished, complete, and you never get any of that. And you can't sort the bows unless they're complete. And we do get a few of those, but it's very rare. And then we get all these different types. So what I'm going to do is everything else, once it gets past the sorting, because that'll be the bone sorting. So we'll fill up bones over there, and then we'll go into the bone meal chest, and then we'll have a crafting thing will be back in this corner. So we'll have the auto crafter over here in this area, probably up here. And then this whole front right here will be chests full of bones. So I should be able to get 1, 2, 3 stacks of bones. And so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 15 probably. So 15, I can get at least 15 chests full of bones. And I should be able to get more too, because I can have the auto crafter up higher and have a couple chests like at this level feeding into the chest below. So a couple chests up here, which get full, and then they'll fill these in. So I've got plenty of room to hold the bones. That's good. But anyhow, like I said, I'm going to, after all the sorting is done, I'll have a different line of hoppers that goes over to here, because I need to stand around here to activate the spawner. And it should be anywhere through here, because this whole thing is spawner behind here. I don't think I can show you that. You'll just have to trust me. The spawner is right there on the other side of that wall. So what I can do is I can run just an overflow hopper trail over here into some chests. And then I can just manually stand here and sort. And what I was picturing is I would have different barrels to put the items into. So I would have, and I don't think I've got any barrels. And I'm thinking barrels instead of chests, but we'll pretend this dirt are barrels. So this is so we'll have a chest, double chest here, which holds all the overflow items, probably a couple chests. So I will pull them out of this one. So basically it'll be this chest here minus all the bones, all the arrows and flesh and stuff. It's just going to be boots and, you know, armor and stuff. So what I can have is I can have multiple feeds back into the storage system. So like I could have one for finished bows, one for enchanted bows, probably like every other one. So finished bows, enchanted bows, and then helmets, and like helmets and breastplate and leggings and boots. So I can basically take it from here, manipulate it, and then store it off. And these chests will, you know, take the items, pop them into another feeder system, and then it will start feeding them into chests, which will run. We'll have aisles which go down this way. So we'll have one aisle for our bows, like I already mentioned, our bows and arrows here. So all the bows that come flowing through here. So I'll have one section for finished bows, one section for enchanted bows. And then later on I can sort the enchanted bows if I want, but it's just basically overflow storage. And then we'll have another hallway here for like a section for boots, a section for chest plates, a section for legs, and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I'm debating whether to sort them by, I mean, I think it'd be too much to try and sort them by, you know, gold hats, leather hats, copper hats. I think they're just all going to go into the same bucket. So if I open a chest full of hats, I should be able to pull out the ones I want. And then this here is going to be a wall. And let's go. So this is going to be my library enchanting area right here. So I'll probably have a door here where I can get into this at least. And I'll probably run right along this wall right here. And then there'll be a big hallway that goes down here. We got to be careful not to fall down there, because that is bedrock right there. Original bedrock, not new bedrock. So actually that is the top of the deep slate, because this is all old original stuff. So that level right there used to all be a sheet of bedrock, but it got converted to deep slate during the Great Conversion. So we will have another hallway. We're going to have to do some remodeling over on this side. Oh, so we're going to have a hallway here. What do I got? I got chests. I don't know. Maybe I can take this out here. I think the easiest way would be this. Yeah, easiest way is that. And oh, like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Get rid of that, and then we'll get rid of this. So I'm going to have to move this wall back. Okay. Which seems, yeah, I think that's going to be, yeah, I can move that wall back. Okay, get rid of that. There we go. Oops. There we go. Well, actually, so I'm thinking the door would be here. I wanted to do a hallway down this way. So that's what I'm thinking. I need to move it back. Move all this stuff back. So I'd be moving probably these two aisles here, because this door is going to have to move over to here probably. So I'll have to move maybe the first 3 rows. And I think I can push back behind there. I think I've got enough room back there. So here we will, so then we'll have a tiny little hallway here. There, which leads into this. So this will be a hallway that goes straight into the enchanting area right here. So I can have all my enchanting table here, have books and bookshelves and stuff all through here to hold all the enchanted books. And I can still have bookshelves and stuff down either aisle here. And then I can still have connections to this hallway from these hallways. So you can get to here either way. And basically I just clear all this out. And this will be walled in. Because I don't need this exposed. So we can just wall this in right now. Like that. So this would be the hallway here. Kind of narrow. I've already got a brick wall here, so that's one wall. So I just need to put in another side of it. We can do that right now. So this is essentially the hallway right there. And like I said, I need to get rid of just 2 rows of chests. That works. So that's less than I needed. And in fact, I could move the zombie flesh and the gunpowder would be over there because it gets auto sorted from the spawner. So that'd be fine. I don't know if I can. I might be able to move this. I think I could raise this roof up. Put blocks across the top. Slabs. Yeah, I think I can get away with slabs. And then I can just double up on some of these chests through here. And store more things. So that'll be good. And then this is all going to be hallway here. And actually, it's just a shorter hallway than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot longer. It feels a lot longer when I'm coming down that way. But it'd be nice. I can have an entrance here too, so I can get back here relatively easy. Let's do that. And then, yeah, I'll put slabs on the ceiling here. In fact, I do have slabs. Where's my crafting table? Here, got some spruce. And I'm going to start adding in a little more wood and stuff here to keep it, I guess, warm it up a bit. Because it's a lot of just stone and cobblestone. Very basic, because it was built decades ago. There. And this wall will come out farther probably because of the... because I've got to have room to run hoppers into the back of chests. So I think it would be, yeah, like that would be the, yeah, so the chests would be there. And these would all be arrow chests back here. Actually here, is that, I can do that. There. Let's do... Actually, I kind of like that. There. Yeah, we'll just dangle it here. Or would it look better? Oops. My God. I think I see a floating other. Floating arrow. I wonder if this would look better. Like this. I mean, it'll be the same height, but it'll be coming down from a chain. Yeah. Let's see. That way or this way. I think I like the extra chain on there. Yeah, I like the extra chain on there. Ooh, what the heck was that? There. And I can't do it. No, that's a solid wall, so I can't do another one over there, but that'll be fine. So that, yeah. That's taking care of this. And then this is going to be a hallway straight down into there. Yeah, we'll just have cross hallways. So that is the plan. I have a plan. Sorry, oops, I just knocked something off my table. Okay, so I do have a plan. I have a plan. Plan. So I just need to get started. Maybe figure out what part of the plan to do first, because it is kind of daunting. And I'm trying to fit everything into this area without, and I really don't want to make it anti-spawn. I've got a very crude, primitive starter world motif going on, which I don't want to convert this whole thing over and make it into the brand new modern build style, perfect looking place. So I want to keep, I'm keeping things like this cobblestone here, keeping with mainly stone and bricks and stuff, because that's what you have when you start out. That and oak, a lot of oak. I'm even going to pull in, like I pulled in the spruce and stuff, but I'm going to use oak and stuff. I will put the new bookshelves and little book holders for, I guess they're not bookshelves, they're just plain old shelves, I think. Do I have I don't know how we build a shelf. Oh, I know. It's, I think it's kind of crazily expensive. Can you do this yet? Dang it. Okay. What I'm trying to do, what I want. See, I think I need stripped logs for a shelf. And I was hoping you could do like some, yes, I need, so like I got the shelves here. So I'm going to use these shelves as part of the design, because then you can put items into them and take them out. So I can actually, like when I get my, like bows and stuff where I got them all charged up and I've enchanted them, because I have an anvil and stuff through here. Probably have a workstation area over in this area, this part. So I could like use all the XP I get to combine bows to make super bows or weapons and armor and stuff. I can use the shelves to store them on the shelves instead of storing them in chests. So I could have a big wall of shelves with special stuff in it. And then on the book, I could put books, special books and stuff back here on shelves too. So I like that. That's good. But what I was trying to do was basically put the spruce here, put the log here, and get a pile of stripped spruce out. So it would convert 29 spruce to 29 stripped spruce. That would be a great addition to the game. Or give us a lumber mill. A lumber mill where you can put in a log and get anything you want out of it. You can get your slabs, get your planks, get your stripped spruce, get your spruce, stripped spruce logs, or the other ones. These, what are these? Spruce wood, and maybe give you a bonus on what you get out of them, so you could get, so they're much more efficient. So like this, where I do this, 4 of these give me, I think I've tweaked it so I get 4. But I think in the pure vanilla game, you get 1, which I thought was stupid. Or at least at one point I know it was 1. I don't know if they upgraded or fixed it, but I think it's still 1. I haven't played with it for so long because it makes no sense to waste 4 spruce logs to get 1 block. But even, for stairs and stuff, you should be able to put, and not have to put like the planks in to get stairs or slabs or whatever out. I should be able to have a lumber mill where I put the logs in and I can get any type of wood, just like I do with the stone cutter. So we need a lumber mill equivalent to the stone cutter. And they could even give us, like trapdoors and that kind of stuff. Bookshelves, trapdoors, all, any ladders. That's what the lumber mill should produce us. So that, instead of giving me cutesy animals and stuff, give me something functional like that, which would actually make my life a lot easier. But that's me ranting and shaking my fist. I'm shaking my fist at the sky like an old man. So Grandpa Simpson here is going to sign off. Have a great day. I will see you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.